Well, we're back at it again after a little hiatus. Got the doors off today. So, now I'm working at the floorboard. I got the wooden floorboard that goes down through here, goes across. Took all that off, wasn't too hard. We'll make up a new board to put in there, kind of dress it up a little bit. But what do I do with it? Oh, it's back here. This is the board. This is the key switch, but there's the accelerator pedal and linkage, I guess, and you can see the some of the sheet metal here that goes with it. But anyway, I got everything kind of sorted out. But that's the board that I plan on making. This one's pretty well at it. So I don't know if it's original or not, but I tend to doubt it. But somebody did a nice job chamfering those holes out like that. Goes around the transmission there. So anyway, those are things we're going to do, and I'll get this running board off. There's only a few bolts holding that on. We're going to this support right here. So, and I was looking at this seat back, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that down, pull all that old padding off of the springs, and just recover it, and then try to fabricate some sort of a bench here to sit on top of that, because this is the original back, so it's kind of cool. Right now I gotta focus on trying to get the steering wheel out. Well, I'm not gonna take the steering wheel off just yet. I'm gonna take the whole post out, so I want to get the cab off. That's what I'm working at right now. Get the cab off and take that apart right down there, and should be able to do it. Gotta get some of this picture of my wiring here. I don't know, it's kind of a mess. I don't know where anything goes. This wire here came off of that, so the rest of them I clipped. There was a lot of headlight wires, and these wires here go across to the other headlight. So, but anyway, she's a coming along again. The weather's been so stinking hot, and haven't really felt like doing anything. So, we got a few days of cool weather coming in. I'm going to try to get a few more things done on this. So I don't want to lose interest. I don't want to forget how to put everything back together. That's the key. That's why I'm taking a lot of these videos right now, so that I can remember what she looks like when it comes time to reassembling. But anyway, the cab, I believe there's a couple bolts here. I don't know what's underneath that crud there. I'll have to figure out. I'll sweep that all out. But I have to take a look at some of this rust down there too. Looks like she's coming through. It's hard to say. There's a lot of crud. I just pulled that panel off, and all that stuff's back behind it. Gives you an idea of the starter and the starter pedal thing that I was talking about earlier. See how that works? Push that down like that, and that makes contact with that little gizmo there and get your starter started. So all I gotta do is, there's a key that goes into this hole here. Just turn the key on and gets electric juice to the coil, and then it starts. So my battery box case is gone, but that can be easily fabricated. I think there was even a replacement when I got this thing too. So, but I'm just debating on this master cylinder what to do. I don't know. I don't know. There were some different things on eBay that you could buy, but you see how all that mechanism is one mechanism. So it might be a situation where I rebuild the master cylinder and go with it. but I'm not quite certain. Let's turn this radio down. Annoying. But anyway, that's some of the plans. But you can see on this doorpost, that's a piece of channel iron that somebody has put in there. They kind of goobered it up right here. Cut that out, so I'm thinking about maybe taking that out and fabricating a new one, make it look a little bit better. They just use a piece of scrap steel, had a bunch of holes down through it here, but it worked. I mean, it was all wood before. You can see the wood here, so I'll probably take all that out and maybe just replace it with a hunk of wood in there to fill that hole. But that's how these old cabs are made. You can see up along the back edge there, that's all wood. That little strip above the panel, that strip goes all the way back behind here, and that's what these screws screw into, is the old wood. I guess that was the only way they figured out how that was going to work, but I don't know. Kind of a crazy way to do things, but back in 1936, we didn't have the things that we got today. So, anyway, finally I bought me there was a piece that went down in here that supported the radiator. And I'll show you what it looked like. And I was fortunate enough, got on eBay, and this is the one that was on it. And there was a guy out of Kansas that was selling a complete one that didn't have no rust at all in it. So I ended up buying that for $50, and you can't replace those things. There's no aftermarket place I've been able to find that could replace those. So anyway, I got that. So we'll get all this crud cleaned up out of here. Take those pans off down in these things here. I guess these are kind of rare because most guys take those things off back in the day and never put them back on, and they're dust pans is what they are, to keep all the dirt and dust from rolling up into your engine compartment. So kind of a neat little thing that's still there. So, but all that stuff's got to come off, and once we get the cab off, then we'll start working, getting all these little things done, and then eventually we'll pull the engine and transmission out, and then I'll go start working on the engine. And when I'm working on that, we'll do some body work and getting things prepped for putting everything reassembling.